Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be talking about the teachers program that the UK introduced that will be starting on the 1st of February 2023. Guys, a lot of people seem not to understand in details what this program is all about. In this video, I am going to break it down, the different routes available for you to come and teach in the United Kingdom as a teacher. In this video, I try to make it very simple to a layman's language so that all of you will understand all the details about these routes. Guys, in this video, I went further to talk about the salary range, how to get jobs, teaching jobs in the United Kingdom, the IELTS score that you need to get here as a teacher, and all that good stuff. It is a video you will want to watch till the end. So if you are interested in coming to the United Kingdom to work as a teacher, then stick with me. Your captain is right in front of you. Watch this video till the end and then take home a lot of lessons. Before we proceed, you might like to get your jotter and your pen available so that you don't miss any step. I will be teaching you the step-by-step approach to apply and get this job. If this sounds so interesting to you, then you definitely have to continue watching. Let's go right into the video.
Nails are chipped, my ends are split. I flex my fancy bag, but we all know it's counterfeit. These jeans are thrift, my radish, I like my wine cheap, as we all know it does the.
Hello Positivity Gang. Happy New Year, my lovelies. Today is the 1st of January 2023, guys. Welcome back to the channel. For the purpose of you that are joining us for the first time, my name is Adeze. I'm a Nigerian vlogger and I currently live and work in the United Kingdom. Guys, in this family, we spread a lot of positivity. You might want to subscribe to my channel and be part of the Positivity Gang. You might also want to turn on post notification so that each time I upload a new video, you will be the first to get notified. To all my returning subscribers, thank you guys for joining us once again today. Guys, without further ado, let's go right into the video. As I said in the introduction, in this video, for all of you that are interested in teaching in the United Kingdom, there are a lot of routes in which you can come to the United Kingdom and teach. And I will be giving you a detailed explanation and step-by-step approach on how you should apply in this video. So guys, let's go right into the video. Guys, there are 4 routes in which you can come to the United Kingdom and teach as a teacher. I will be using a PowerPoint presentation for this video. I want everyone to understand what I am trying to say. I want you to see everything right here on my screen, and I want to carry everybody along. At the end of this video, I want you to go home fulfilled. I want you to get value in this video, and I want you to know the right thing to do and start the process. Just like I said, I will be discussing the routes to qualify teacher status for teachers and those with teaching experience outside the UK. So he's saying that English teacher training leads to a professional teaching qualification called qualified teacher status. That's the meaning of QTS. If you are a qualified teacher from outside the UK, you can work as a teacher in England for up to 4 years without QTS. Okay? After that, QTS is a legal requirement to teach in many English schools and considered desirable for teachers in the majority of schools in England. So what this is trying to tell me and you is that if you are not qualified, if you don't have QTS, that is the qualified teacher status to teach in England, okay? You can come in as a teacher and stay here for 4 years without it. And the truth is this, while you are teaching, you can now try to get your QTS. In that way, you are now secured to stay permanently and work in the UK. If not, after that 4 years and you did not get your QTS, you might be going back to your home country. So this is an amazing offer because within that 4 years, you are now in the UK. Remember, you are working, you will make enough money, and then you do your QTS, which is not costly. We will discuss the cost in this video as we proceed. There are 4 routes to qualify teacher status for teachers and trainees outside the UK. The first is apply for QTS through the Teaching Regulation Agency. So if you are a qualified teacher in your home country and you have your qualifications, you have registered with the education body in your home country, you can just apply directly to QTS for QTS through the TRA. Okay. The second is apply for assessment only QTS. The third one is apply for teacher training in England. And the fourth one is to apply to train for international qualified teacher status, IQTS. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing those four in details. So you know the category where you belong and know the one you can come in through. Your eligibility for each route will depend on where you were qualified, whether you already have teaching experience, your personal circumstances. The first one, apply for QTS through TRA. He said you can apply for QTS through the Teaching Regulation Agency if you have a teaching qualification from these countries listed here. We have the Gibraltar, the Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Switzerland, the US, Scotland, the Northern Ireland. You can apply if you submit evidence that you are recognized as a teacher in the country where you qualified, are not prohibited or restricted from teaching by a professional sanction against you. When you apply to the TRA for QTS, you do not need to pay a fee, undergo any further training, or visit the UK. So for you to apply, you can apply from anywhere you are in these listed countries and you don't need to pay any fee. So this is if you are qualified, okay? Going further, apply for QTS in England and newly eligible countries. So the good news is that from 1st February 2023, teachers who qualified in the following 9 countries will also be able to apply to TRA for QTS. Thus, you are applying directly if you are in these 9 countries we are listing now, okay? From Ghana, Hong Kong, India, Jamaica, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, Ukraine, and Zimbabwe. That will be open to qualified teachers from every country outside the UK. So guys, if you are in any of these countries, start now to make sure that you are qualified in your home country. If you know the awarding bodies in your country, go right now and register with them and get your qualifications and get identified by the body for teaching in your country, because you will use that to apply. Now, the second route is apply for assessment only QTS. If you are not eligible to apply for QTS through TRA, assessment only QTS may be the most appropriate route for you. Assessment only QTS means experienced teachers with a degree can gain QTS without doing a teacher training program. You can apply to a UK government approved teacher training provider in England for an assessment showing you meet the standards for QTS. You do not need to visit the UK to be assessed and gain QTS. So what does this mean, guys? It means that if you are qualified to teach in your home country, there are some bodies in the UK that are teacher training provider in England that can assess you, showing that you meet the standard for QTS. You just have to apply to them, okay, so that they will do the assessment for you from your home country. Guys, let's say you are in Nigeria, you just apply. They will now do the assessment for you just to be sure that you are qualified to come and teach in the United Kingdom. I don't know if this is making sense now. So we need to be eligible for QTS from 1st February 2023. Let's see what's the eligibility criteria. From 1st February, to be awarded QTS as a non-UK teacher, you must, 1, have an undergraduate degree of the same academic standard as a UK bachelor's degree as verified by UK ENIC. 2, have completed teacher training that meets the standard of a level 6 qualification and is of at least the same length as an English initial teacher training course, for example, a Bachelor of Education or a postgraduate certificate in education. So those of you that have bachelors in education, you are qualified, or you have a master's degree in education. The third point says, have completed a course with content that is practically and pedagogically focused. The number 4 said, to be qualified to teach children aged between 5 and 16 years old. Have at least 1 school year, a minimum of 9 months, including school holiday, but excluding time out taken for any other reason of professional experience working as a teacher after qualifying. have the professional status needed to be a teacher in the country where you qualify, and not be subject to any conditions or restrictions on your practice. Have a professional status. So guys, like I said, if you are watching this video, go and register with the body governing your profession in your country. The next one said, you must also meet a certain standard of English language proficiency. Okay, so you have to write IELTS or meet, I will talk about, we will see the language on the screen. You can see all the language proficiency that you need to meet. You can choose any one. Being taught in English at undergraduate level or higher, you will need to provide evidence that English has been the medium of instruction of your degree. So you guys, example, for those that studied in Nigeria, your university have the called English language proficiency. You can as well get it to back up your claim that you was taught in English. Set a CEFL B2 level English language test at a secure English language test CELT provider and meet a CEFL B2 level of English proficiency. A B2 level is equivalent to the following test scores from the approved English language test providers. 1, IELTS CELT. IELTS, yes, a minimum of 5.5 IELTS. So guys, the IELTS you need to apply is a minimum of 5.5. Language SAT, that you have to have 33/50. You have the Pearson test. Most of you know about the Pearson test, and the minimum score is 59. The Trinity College London, you have to pass. And then PSI Service UK Limited, if you are using that one, you have to have a pass. So these are the English language requirements and the total requirements you need, before you can apply, okay, for QTS. You can work as a teacher in England and earn a salary while you are assessed for QTS. The 4-year rule means you can find a teaching job and apply to a teacher training provider offering assessment only QTS in the region of England where you work. Your employing school can support you with this. When you apply for assessment only QTS, you will have to pay a fee, not have to undergo any further training, not have to visit the UK. So now guys, let's say you are working. They are trying to say that when you come to the UK to teach under this 4-year rule, okay, your employer will help you to find a teacher training provider that will offer you assessment only QTS, okay, so that you can be assessed while you are working and you are making money. Remember, you have a fee to pay. We'll talk about the fee right in this video. Qualifications and experience you need to be able to be eligible for an assessment only QTS. Now, to be able to be eligible for an assessment only QTS, that's the 4-year rule. These are the qualifications and experience you will need. 1, a minimum of 2 years teaching experience. You have to show experience in your CV that you have 2 years teaching experience. The second one, a first or bachelor's degree from a UK or non-UK university. The third point said, an English language qualification, which is the same standard as a grade 4 GCSEs, General Certificate of Secondary Education. So you have to prove that you have an English language qualification. A maths qualification, which is the same standard as grade 4 GCSE. That is what, let's say you wrote WAEC for those in Nigeria. I'm using Nigeria example because it's my country and I know how things work there. For those of you over Nigeria, if you wrote WAEC, if you have your WAEC, they are trying to say that you have to have a minimum grade of C4 in English and a minimum grade of C4 in mathematics. To teach children aged 3 to 11 in primary school, a physics, chemistry, or biology science qualification, which is the same standard as a grade 4 GCE. So they are saying your physics should be C4, your chemistry should be C4, and your biology will be C4. I don't know if I am communicating. That is for the assessment only QTS. That is saying you did not qualify for QTS, but you are following the 4-year rule. A GCE is an academic qualification awarded for examinations in England, usually taken at age 16. That is the same as your WAEC. I don't know if this makes sense. If it's making sense to you, do let me know in the comment section. Now, let's go further. International qualifications. If your qualification comes from a non-UK institution, your assessment only teacher training provider might want to see a statement of comparability showing how they compare to UK qualifications. So since you get your certifications outside of the UK, you will need a statement of comparability. That is just to show them that your qualification is compared to UK qualifications. You can call this number for guidance. The number is on the screen, and I'm going to put their link in the description box where you can talk to them. Guidance on the UK equivalent of your qualifications, they will guide you. A free statement of comparability from UK ENIC once you have submitted your application, if your provider asks for this. So when you call this number, they will guide you for a statement of comparability. They will give you a free statement of comparability. So take your jotter, write down this number. Your teaching experience must consist of time spent teaching as opposed to other responsibilities in a school. So when you are doing your CV, you have to put the time you spent while teaching. Okay, so maybe you taught in St. Michael's Primary School from 1st of January to 30th of December 2021, something like that, and make sure there is no gap in your employment history. Now, have taken place in 2 separate schools, not 2 classes within the same school or 2 school sites within the same organization. Listen, your CV, when you are doing your CV, you have to put your experience that you have taught in 2 separate schools, minimum. Not 2 classes in the same school, not like you saying you taught primary 1 and you taught primary 2, still in the same school, is not acceptable. Or 2 school sites within the same organization, or maybe the same school with different school and with different branches. No. So while doing your CV, 1, you have to put the time you have spent teaching, and then you have to put different schools you have taught. Demonstrate you have taught young people from a range of different backgrounds. This is now telling you what should be in your CV. This is an expo. Demonstrate you are familiar with different approaches to teaching, learning, and school management. Your teaching experience can have been gained in any type of school. For example, international schools, schools teaching the international baccalaureate, and state-maintained schools outside the UK. If you are teaching in government school, it's fine. You are teaching in international schools, it's fine, and all that. Spent teaching a non-English curriculum, though you may need to show you have knowledge of the subjects taught in the English curriculum. The last one said divided between 2 school settings, as long as you have 2 years teaching experience in total. So they want to see a total of minimum of 2 years teaching experience in your CV. And it must not be in the same school. So let's see what the next slide said. Assessment only costs. So guys, this is the fee you need to pay, okay? If you are going for the assessment only QTS. The fee ranges from £1,500 to £4,000, but it depends on the provider. So depending on who you choose to do this course with, always check the pricing and know the one that you are comfortable to do. So you can, if you are qualified to apply for QTS directly, I will give you guys the link to check if you are qualified. If you are not qualified after the check, okay, you can now go straight and apply for assessment only QTS so that you can be assessed. And if after the assessment you pass, they will award you QTS. I hope this is getting more clearer now. Apply for teacher training in England. All non-UK citizens can apply to train to teach in England. Train to teach in England non-UK applicants explains the academic qualifications and visa you will need and how to apply for a teaching training course. When you apply for a teacher training course in England leading to QTS, you will pay a fee starting at £12,000 plus your living costs. Remember, this is another route. apply for teacher training in England. This route is if you are not qualified for QTS, you are not qualified for assessment-based QTS, then you should apply for teacher training in England. This is mostly for those of you that are not teachers that want to go into training, into teaching. You can just apply to train to teach in England. I don't know if this is making sense now. And how to apply for a teacher training course. When you apply for a trainer, okay, this is the fee. Pay a fee starting at £12,000 plus your living costs. Undergo a year of full-time training. Need to relocate to the UK. If you want to do all these things, visit Get Into Teaching to learn more about teaching training in England. So you have to follow this link, and I will drop this link in the description box. You have to follow this link to learn more about teacher training in England. Register with the Get an Advisor service for personalized service about teaching in England by email, phone, or online chat. So register with them. They will, give you all the advice you need to get into training in England. Get help with a UK ENIC statement of comparability to confirm how your overseas qualifications compare to UK qualifications. I don't know if this is making sense. So for those of you that are not teachers, that want to come into the United Kingdom and teach, that means you want to start from the scratch, this is for you. Apply for teacher training in England and keep your money down, £12,000. I think there will be an installment payment. So you have to find out that when you go to get into teaching. The next is apply to train for international qualified teacher status. This is the fourth route. International qualified teacher status, IQTS, is a new teaching qualification backed by the UK government that is delivered online by English teacher training providers in partnership with schools around the world. So now this fourth route is delivered online, okay? Meets the same standards as English QTS and leads to the automatic award of QTS. It's open to all non-UK citizens and is currently available from 6 providers only, with plans to roll the qualification out more widely from September 2023. It's the only international teacher training course that leads to the automatic award of QTS. Other courses may offer valuable training, but do not lead to QTS. Guys, this is the fourth route. This one also is for teachers and non-teachers that want to go into training. They are trying to say that this course is delivered 100% online. When you apply for assessment-only QTS, you will have to pay a fee, not have to undergo any further training, not have to visit the UK. Now, QTS exemption for teachers from outside the UK. Qualified teachers from outside the UK are allowed to teach in England for up to 4 years without QTS. I have mentioned this before. Even in schools where QTS is normally a legal requirement. Okay? You can learn more about this exemption, known as the 4-year rule, from the school employing you. So the school employing you will tell you a lot you need to know about this. To be eligible for the 4-year rule, you will need to have qualified as a teacher in a country outside the UK. Guys, remember, this 4-year rule, if you are not a teacher before, you are not qualified. Successfully completed a course of teaching training organized by the organization that regulates teachers in the country where you are qualified. Like I said, go to the organization in your country, the organization that regulates teachers, and register, because you need this evidence while you are applying for this job. This is another document. Please note it down. After 4 years, teachers from outside the UK will need QTS to teach in many state schools in England. So that is to tell you, while you are here doing your teaching course, try and do your QTS, okay? So that you are now qualified to teach in many state schools. Even in academics, free schools and private schools where QTS is not a legal requirement is used to assess the quality of candidates for teaching jobs. The next slide. International teacher training courses that do not include QTS. So guys, some of you might rush into doing some international teacher courses, okay? Look at these courses. They are telling you that it does not include QTS. The following courses do not lead to QTS and will not qualify you to teach in English schools where QTS is a legal requirement. 1. Postgraduate Certificate of Education International, PGCEI, sometimes called an International Postgraduate Certificate of Education, or IPGCE. It is not included in QTS. Postgraduate Certificate of Education, PGCE, when completed outside the UK. Okay, so if you do this one outside the UK, it will not lead you to QTS. But I think if you do it in the UK, it will lead you to QTS. Postgraduate Diploma in Education, PGDE, when completed outside the UK. However, after completing one of these courses and depending on where you gained your experience and qualifications, you can apply for an assessment-only QTS to train to teach in England. You see, even after you have completed this. So I think the best thing is just to go straight to apply for assessment-only QTS or train to train in England. Okay, if you're paying the money, you pay it once and know what you are paying for. Right? So now, teach in England if you are qualified outside the UK, okay, gives advice about visas, immigration, and the support available for UK teachers. Now, use the teaching vacancy services to apply, to find and apply for teaching jobs in England. Whatever route you take to obtain QTS to get a job as a teacher in England, you will also need 1. Substantial teaching experience you can demonstrate to an employer. 2. To pass criminal and professional safeguarding checks, including an enhanced disclosure and barring service. This will be organized by your employer. The next one, a high standard of written and spoken English, for example, British Council BT level. 2. Some knowledge of the English education system. So guys, we'll go and look at how you can get these jobs. Now, let's see what the next slide is about to say. Okay, so in this slide, I showed you a table of understanding your English language. Now, remember, look at this table now. The minimum score is B2, right? And B2 is upper intermediate. B2 started from, you can see that, from minimum of 5.5 to 7, to a maximum of 7 band, okay? So if you have anything from 5.5, okay, you are good to go. Let's go to the next slide. Check your eligibility to apply for QTS using the new service. So non-UK teachers can check their eligibility to apply for QTS. So guys, this particular link, I will be posting it on the description box. Once you click here, it will take you to a site where you can put some details to check if you are eligible to apply directly for QTS. Okay? So before you start saying you are not eligible, please check with this service and know if you are eligible. If you are not eligible, okay, you may complete initial teacher training in England, work without QTS and undergo the assessment-only route. That is the 4-year route, okay? Or apply for international qualified teacher status, the 4th route. I believe this is very, very clear now to those of you that have not understand all this. I will be dropping this link on the description box, and also I'll be dropping it for those of you in the Telegram group, okay? Yeah, and we'll discuss more there. Guys, join our Telegram group, okay? It will help you a lot. Moving forward, rest of the world. By the end of 2023, it is our intention that teachers from every country in the world will be able to apply to the TRA for QTS using the new service. Check this page for updates about when you can apply. So this is a good news. If your country is not listed on these 9 countries, right, that is starting from February 2023, do not fringe, get ready, start getting ready, because they will be introducing other countries by the end of 2023. To find a teaching job, you must apply to individual schools, not the Department of Education. I hope this is getting clear now. If you want to get a job, you have to apply to individual schools. You can search for teaching jobs by region, subject specialism, and age group. So you guys, just like the care job, you are going to find this job for yourself. The employer will now give you your course, certificate of sponsorship. This certificate of sponsorship is what you will now use to go and apply for your visa. And before you apply for your visa, make sure that you have your English language requirements. Most teaching vacancies are advertised in March, April, or the first half of May, with jobs usually starting at the beginning of the year, of the school year in September. Set up a teaching vacancy job alert to be updated about opportunities throughout the year. I hope this is clear now. So I have simplified this for you, okay? The first step you have to take is one, check your eligibility. I will drop the link in the description box. When you check your eligibility and are not qualified to apply directly to QTS, then my next advice is to come through the 4-year rule and do assessment only QTS. Or you can register for teacher training in England, where you can pay your fee, your school fees, and you are here, you study for 1 year and you start teaching. Make sure you have an English language requirement. Also, there will be a DBS check, okay? That is your employer's duty to do, not yours. Now, let's go further. Now, this is the salary requirement, guys, for a skilled worker visa. For you to be able to come and teach in the United Kingdom, for the UK Home Office to give you a skilled worker visa, these ones here are your salary range. Salary requirement for a skilled worker visa. The salary threshold you must meet depends on whether you have qualified teacher status, QTS, and the region you are applying to work in. This table shows the minimum salary non-UK teachers must earn to be eligible for a skilled worker visa by region and status, QTS and non-QTS. So if you are in inner London, if your job is in inner London, for QTS teachers, you'll be earning up to £34,502 per year. For non-QTS teacher, that's those of you coming with the 4-year rule, okay, your salary is about 24,254. Guys, it's still something. Outer London, if you're at the outskirts of London, like those of us, we are at the outskirts of London. We're not in London, but we are really very close to London, okay? So your salary will be looking at £32,407,000 or £22,924,000 for non-QTS. London Bridge, London Fringe, okay? This is the salary. Then the rest of England, if you're in other places aside from London and its related area, your starting salary is £28,000 for QTS teachers and £20,480 for non-QTS teachers. Guys, it is something. So if your employer can give you any of this salary, then relax, you have gained some points with the Home Office and you are sure you'll be getting your visa. So let's see what next slide said. Search for a teaching job and apply for a skilled worker visa. The main visa route for non-UK teachers in England is the skilled worker visa. Okay? So you are still coming as a skilled worker. All right? To apply for a skilled worker visa, you will first need to search for a teaching job in England. You can use the UK government's teaching job vacancy service to search for available teaching roles. Before you apply for a teaching job, contact the school to make sure it is a Home Office licensed sponsor. So guys, when you go to this job site to look for a job, just the way we do it when we are looking for care jobs, you have to contact the schools and tell them you are an overseas applicant and know that they are ready and willing to offer you some sponsorship. If the school is a sponsor, it can help you apply for your visa. Schools can also become sponsors to employ you. You will be able to apply for your skilled worker visa if you have a job offer from a school that is the licensed Home Office sponsor. You can speak, read, write, and understand English. This is the second requirement. That is your English language proficiency. Your salary meets the requirement for a skilled worker visa. Guys, this is just what you need. First, your course, COS, that is having gotten a job. Second is your English language requirement. And the third one is that your salary meets the threshold. Is that easy, guys? So guys, once you follow the link, okay, it will get you to this place. Find a job in teaching or education, okay? So you scroll down and you say start now. So now, these are the vacancies available. If you have a family in UK that you want to stay in a particular area, you put the postcode and you search for work around that area. Guys, this is saying for job seeker. So guys, create an account here so that you will be getting email notifications of all available jobs. See primary, mathematics, science, teaching assistant, head teacher. Okay, you can also search what exactly you want to teach here. Now, let's go to primary. Guys, in primary, we have 767 job vacancies already, guys. You can as well filter your searches, okay? You come down, you can see nursery teaching assistants. Guys, look at how much a teaching assistant, see, this one is closing 13 January 2023. Guys, teaching assistant, see the salary. This is a teaching assistant, guys. Look at money. Okay, oh, this one is ending 16 January. Okay, head teacher. Guys, look at this one is for head teacher. Early career teacher. This one. Year 4 teacher. This person is earning, the salary is 28,000 to 43,685 per annum. It all depends on your agreement with these schools, guys. Guys, this is in Gloucester. Look at money. So the link to this will be on the description box. Now, you can go ahead, okay, and go to the next page, guys. Teaching assistants. See, guys, it depends on the area where you get this job, okay? That depends your salary, you guys. Please take this thing serious and start your application ASAP, okay? So guys, from this video, I believe you have gotten value from this video. I believe that all your questions are well simplified in this video. You can go ahead. I will drop all the link I mentioned that I will drop on the description box. So look down the description box and look for all this link and do the needful. First, check your eligibility. If you are eligible to apply directly for QTS or if you should follow the 4-year rule. Check the eligibility. I will drop the link. Okay. All the requirements needed is listed already. Okay. Your English language proficiency, your degree certificates and all that, you guys, as I mentioned on the slides. Get them ready, guys, and start searching for schools that will sponsor you. It's still the same thing with looking for care job. You definitely have to search for schools that will sponsor you yourself. And when you get your certificate of sponsorship, good news and good luck. You can now proceed to do what? You know now. You can now proceed to apply for your visa with your English language requirements. So you guys, I believe that you have found a lot of value in this video. And if you do, please do not forget to like this video. Hit the like button, guys. Share this video so that others can benefit. And then subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. And you guys, I wish you all the best of luck. All of you that want to come to the United Kingdom and teach, I wish you guys the luck. It's an amazing opportunity. Trust me, it's something you will love to do. With time, you will get used to the environment and get used to the teaching culture here in the United Kingdom. At this point, I will be ending this video here, and I believe and hope that all your questions have been answered in this video and you are now ready to start your application. Without not wasting your time, I will be drawing the line here. Thank you guys for being part of my 2022. Guys, this is 2023, guys. We are going to do better this year. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. For now, have a nice day. Bye guys. Bye.